Pick one of the rainiest days you could pick to come here to Zurich and take a look at the second busiest train station in Europe, the Hauptbahnhof in Zurich. And they have something like 300 trains a day. That run in and out of here every day. Let's check it out. So it's going to be the second busiest train station in all of Europe. It's going to have a lot of people. So let's see what there is to see here. I saw a bunch of trains lined up as I was taking the tram up here. And there's their ticket machines. The main train hall. So there's some nice stores here. Looks like a chocolate store. Is it 5:30 already? So the trams stop outside. There's also a lower level to the train station, with the main level being a ground level. So you can take trains from here to Paris and Vienna. Look at where some of the trains are going here. Lucerne in Switzerland. Here's all the trains and when they're going. There's one going to Munich, another one going to Milan. Everywhere. They look high speed. I don't know if there are any high speed trains that get as fast as 200 miles an hour in Switzerland. Let's just walk down the platform here and look at one of the trains. Press that door, the button on the door to open it. It's bi-level. We'll have to check out how far Lucerne is from Zurich. We're in the north central part of Switzerland. We're not that far from France or that far from Germany. So these are more platforms to trains on the lower level too. Let's take a look at the train on this side. It's a nice long train too. There's a restaurant car on the train on the left up here. You hear a lot of English being spoken, American English, in Zurich. And a lot of us Americans are confused about where things are and where we're going. And there's some British accents, but I've heard way more American accents. So let's go. I'm going to walk to the end of the platform and then we'll come back. I get the feeling that this train's going to be leaving soon because there's a lot of people on it already. Unless they just wanted to get to the train early to get out of the rain. Just when you think the rain is letting up and then it starts all over again. It was really coming down here before. Statler is a name you're starting to see in the US. There's some trains out west that are Statler trains. So here's two engines hooked up to each other. This just train keeps going and going and going. Super long train. Take a look at the interior. I wouldn't say they're overly comfortable, more functional. I guess those seats are kind of upholstered, some of them. So this is the 1735 that's leaving at 1737. It's a little late. I'm surprised at the Swiss system. Totally full, but good crowd. There it goes. So now you can see a little bit more of the station looking across. Various trains. And a modern train shed, maybe it was old style at one time, but looks like it's been totally replaced. Maybe using some of the original elements of the old station. This is just a map of the station. Show you all the platforms. So we're up here and we'll be walking back down to the main train hall. And this is where the station is actually between two rivers, and it bridges in over one of them, the Seal, as it leaves and goes northwest out of Zurich. And then here's a map of the whole country of Switzerland. So that train we saw was going from Zurich down to Lucerne. It looks like it'll go through a town called Zug. Or do you pronounce it Zug? So like I said, here's France up here, and here's Germany over here. I'm just looking to see if Switzerland also borders Austria, but that would be over here if it does. And then Italy is down here, right in the center of it all. So, and here's Bern, the capital, and then Geneva, Lausanne, Switzerland, both on Lake Geneva. That's the lay of the land. And then we get a transit pass that covers the whole Zurich area. So we can go all around here on our transit pass. It's like a $75 per person for 3 days. And we wouldn't have figured it out except there was a nice lady at the airport station who showed us how to use the machine and everything. A lot of different options and we didn't know which one to press for the regional. That's what you want to get, the regional fare. If you want to go out of the old town proper into the surrounding areas, you get that regional pass that takes you to like greater metropolitan Zurich. But taking the train is the way to go. We took the train in from the airport, the trolley. We had our option of taking a train into here, but they said if you want to see more of what's going on in Zurich, you take the tram. So we took that. It was fine. It didn't take that long. We were also killing a little time because we couldn't check into our hotel until 2 o'clock. I think a big thing in Zurich that all the water is good. They have all these drinking fountains, so you can fill up your water bottle. But my wife is a non-believer, so she still wanted to get bottled water. And you can still buy that here in Zurich. All right, let's see if there's anything else of note. Pretty modern train station, not very historic looking. Well, the train hall is pretty historic looking. So I guess we're in the middle mezzanine part. It's like a shopping mall. And what did I read? That it's the largest shopping mall in Switzerland. So a lot of people, like Washington, D.C., they just come here to shop. They don't ever get on a train. It's a pretty dramatic looking corridor. I believe we're underneath the tracks on the ground level above. And I wonder if a lot of the trains here are just more local, the lower level. The train to the airport, that's the Flughafen, that's an airport in German. There's a train that just goes there. Like I said, we took a tram that covered that same route. Busy, busy, busy. This is Europe, 2024. A lot of these people are like Long Islanders coming into New York City on a weekend. Today's a Saturday. And people are mystified, even if you're from Switzerland, is where you gotta go. It's gotta be pretty bewildering. If you're feeling homesick, they've got Burger King and Starbucks and Subway. And I've seen a McDonald's here in town. See some people, women dressed up in like traditional dress. I don't know what this is that's going on. Sounds like there's live music going on behind that facade. But I don't see anybody going up the stairs to go in. I don't know what's going on inside. You can sort of see the band at the far end of that arcade. Just traditional stuff in the train station.
But it's close to Hauptbahnhof.
Just take a little shot here on the outside of the train station. A lot of tram action. Give you a little slice of Zurich. I'm gonna go back inside and then come out the other side. Yeah, on the north side of the station, there's the Landis Museum, like the National Museum of Switzerland, which you can also get to underneath, connected to the underground mall. So here's the last train on the last track, going to Schaffhausen. And this train is going to Bern, leaving at 6:04 p.m. I think it's about 6:04 right now, so it should be taking off. Train for Schaffhausen's pulling out. And this train to Bern will be right after it. Here's all the trains that are arriving here. It looks like the one from Budapest is 55 minutes late. Spada. And the one from Munich is 40 minutes late. There goes that train. The 6:04 that we saw. So they have an information booth, which is good. Hopefully they speak English. And they have a regular ticket office too, where people go and you get called to different windows to buy your tickets. So you don't have to buy it from a machine. There's another train going to Bern, maybe a different route, leaving at 6:06. Alright, that's a last look at the Hauptbahnhof in Zurich, second busiest train station in Europe, and I don't doubt that that's a fact. And if you want to take a train to Zug, this is your train right here, another one that goes to Luzerne. Leaves like 4 minutes after the last train to Luzerne. So Luzerne is covered. There's one more train coming in as we leave the station. There's the trams right outside. And the nicest shopping street in Zurich is called the Hauptbahnhof Strasse. And this is it right down here, and there's trams that run right down the street, so got a lot of choices here. So let me get on one and go back down the street towards our hotel, and then I have to walk a little ways.